Hi, Donald here with Floating Feathers Kayak Fly Fishing School with another tips and tricks. And this tips and tricks is on what fly boxes I use when I'm kayak fly fishing. Usually in fly fishing we like a fly box that's kind of small, it's easy to carry. We might have it in our sling pack or a waist pack or hip pack or backpack or in a pocket or something like that. And that's great. When I'm fishing from land, I use a lot of different types of fly boxes. But when you're fishing from a kayak, you want something watertight, waterproof, so that water does not get in it because you're on the water, water splashing over. The fish is on board, everything else. So you've got a lot of water potentially getting into your fly boxes. So what I like to use, I like to use two different styles. This is a Plano 3600 waterproof. And what makes it waterproof, it's got a liner all the way around it, that blue rubber seal. It's got 3 latches. It keeps all my flies dry. It's really easy to separate them and sort them. I like the 520 version of the Plano 3600 waterproof boxes. Them being waterproof, they actually float because the air is sealed up in there. So I've dropped these overboard. They float. They're easy to get back. Another one that I like are these little foam boxes. This one happens to be from Orvis, but it's a little foam box with magnets on it. It works really well as well. It floats, it dries off really quick and really easy. One thing I don't like is that sometimes the water does get in there, but I can just open it up and let it dry. So sometimes as fly fishers, we have to worry about what are we going to do with our flies to dry them. So I don't want to put wet flies, obviously, in a waterproof box because that's going to cause rust, especially when I'm saltwater fly fishing. So I'm out in the water, I change a fly or whatever. I have installed these little pads right here. And this is just a little deck pad kit that comes, you can order it from Marine Mat, Sea Deck. There's a couple different companies. It's basically EVA closed cell foam. It's anywhere from 2 millimeters to I think you can get 8 millimeter thick now. 4 millimeter is really thick. Usually 2 millimeters is what's used in kayaks. Anyway, I just cut a couple extra pieces that from lying around over the years, and I just mounted them to the side of my kayak right here. And that's where I put my flies when I want them to dry. So I just put the hook right there. They're not permanently in there, but allows them to sit out in the air, get dry. When I get back to the house or before I put the kayak on the trailer, I'll grab those flies and put them in a plastic baggie. Then when I get to the house, I'll just let them sit out on the bench or something like that until they completely dry. So that is what I like to use and how I dry my flies when I'm on the water. That's a Plano 3600 520 box. It holds a lot of different flies, a lot of different sizes. For really small flies, if you're trout fishing and things like that, I like these little foam boxes. It holds the smaller flies really, really well, where these are just not quite ideal for those tiny trout flies, but these work really well for those trout flies. And then I just mount a little strip of EVA foam. Or deck pad kit, Marine Mat, whatever company you're going to get it from. Just make sure it has a really good adhesive on the back. That's the thing. I've got installation videos on how to install deck pads. You can watch that and how to install these, how to clean it, how to prep it, how to make sure that deck pad or that EVA mat is going to stay on there as long as you're on the kayak. So thank you all for watching. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I would very much appreciate it. Again, this is Donald with Floating Feathers Kayak Fly Fishing School. Another tips and tricks. And keep an eye out every Tuesday at 2 o'clock Central for another tips and tricks video. Thanks. See you next time.